Hi, I'm Phil Finger, and I farm with my wife Laura Finger from Finger Family Farm. We milk about 530 cows, and the 5th generation on the farm. Farm with my wife and my parents, and now our daughter Alana is back on the farm, along with about 10 employees and our kids. And we farm about 1,800 acres of, we have alfalfa, corn, wheat, some soybeans, and a bunch of cover crops. First crop sets us up for the whole rest of the year. You know, obviously like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and if it's a good year, hopefully maybe a 5th. Basically, we start looking in May, and middle of May, and out measuring height. Hopefully buds aren't starting yet, but when they do start, we're looking at timing, looking to start what the weather is possibly going to be. As soon as that first open window of no rain, we're like, okay, it's go time now. So the importance of making high quality feed is obviously for the cows. A good quality feed results in healthy cows. We don't have to treat cows. We don't, we inoculate everything, and when the cows are doing well, you don't have mold in the feed. If you have mold, sometimes it costs money to put buffers in, and that's obviously something we don't want to do. So chopping early if we can, high quality, high protein, a low fiber if we can, is definitely stuff we look for. The benefits of forage quality is healthy cows, one, but then also healthy cows makes high quality milk. Lots of milk with high components. Our goal on the farm was always to reach 7 pounds of components, and we've been doing that for 5, 6, I think more like 7 years now. And our next goal is 7.5, and we've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 months. We would hit it in the past, but to hold 7.5 was our next, how can we do that? And obviously forage quality is a major concern with doing that. And so, yeah, the last 4 or 5 months has been over 7.5, maybe 7.6. Can we hit 8? I don't know. That's always the question. Drawbacks, or some people look at as negativity of a high quality feed, is yes, we cut earlier, maybe we don't get quite as many pounds of dry matter with cutting, but and we have to go over the field, an extra time where you're making a 5th crop, so yeah, you're paying, it's a little bit higher cost of harvesting it, but I think in the end, the quality of milk and what you get out of the cows, like buying protein, you have to buy less protein and buy less soybean meal or less canola meal, whatever you feed. So I think in the end result, I'm willing to pay extra harvest cost and do it what we think is right versus buying soybean meal down the road. First crop can be a week of absolute chaos. You're trying to plant corn, you're trying to harvest alfalfa, but I think it is extremely important to harvest that first crop in a timely manner. Get it cut, chopped. I don't want to say as quick as possible because you do need to dry it down to the right moisture, and first crop always seems to be the hardest to get it to dry because you have lots of humidity and moisture in the air. With first crop, is it going to rain? Yeah, I think maybe you have to hire a couple extra people, make sure you get the crop in and harvest it. And then extremely important to get it covered right away. Packing, it's hard to get enough tractors on top of the pile, or everybody has how fast do you chop and are still able to have enough packing weight on the pile. So that's also a struggle. I just want to say how important it is to get it packed and then covered right away. So right then it's all hands on deck for our farm, is everybody's out there helping cover.